Hi guys, welcome back to the second video in setting up our system. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to configure our domain name and set up a domain if that is something that you want to do. Otherwise, I'll show you how to get your links for promoting your system. So we want to log back into our BuilderAll system, go back into our builders. We are in the Pixel Perfect Builder, so the drag and drop pixel. We go to My Sites again. Once you're in My Sites, I want you to notice this is your, whatever you named your sites, you should have one here. The site right now is inactive, so what you want to do to be able to see what links you have is make it active. Okay, so you can click Publish, click OK. And once it's done publishing, you're going to see that this changes to active. It says change successful up here, and it's going to be active here. And then this link becomes clickable, whatever you named it. So if you want to see what your URL for this website is right now, you just would click on this link. And basically, the URL is going to be your email address. Let's see, move this up here so I can show you. So this would be your URL for this website right now. So you could copy and paste this into a new window and see that this is going to pop up your website. So that's your URL, and you can use that URL if you want. It's totally fine. If you wanted to get to different pages on this URL, all you would have to do is put a slash here and then type in the URL that you wanted to get to. So if we type in the system on the end of that, that's going to take you to the system page where you basically have the introductory videos and then the walkthrough videos and then how you downloaded your system into BuilderAll. So that's how that works. But now if you wanted to attach a domain name, which is something I recommend because then it brands the site to yourself, you could go ahead and attach domain name. If you look below this video, there's going to be a couple of links. One will be to, I think it's called Name Mesh, so you can kind of play around with getting your own domain name. It kind of, you type in some words that you want to possibly use for your domain, and then it pops up some other things. So for example, if you wanted to use just for example MLM God, let's say, click generate. Now it's going to give you, if that's available, the most common ones. If it's not available, it gives you some SEO ideas, the MLM God, you could look through some of these and decide. These are good if you are looking to do SEO ranking in Google or Bing for your website for that specific word. Since MLM God is already taken, MLMgod.com is already taken, you could go with net or org or co, or you could just look at some of these. It gives you some good ideas. I use the Name Mesh site all the time when I'm looking for new domain names. So let's see, we could try MLM Super Hacks. See if that's available. So that is available. So if you wanted to buy that, what I would do then, if I like that domain and that's something I want to do, I would go over to Name Silo. This is where I buy all my domain names from because it's the least expensive place to buy them, and it comes with much, much more. So you actually get domain privacy included with GoDaddy. You have to pay like $6 extra a year for that. And with Name Silo, you get the privacy included, and it's easy to manipulate. So if I wanted to buy this MLM Super Hacks, I would click search. It is available, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. So I would check the one I wanted and it register check domain. Now I already have an account with this, so I'm just going to log into my account. But see how you pick here service link. Just don't worry about that if you want it to automatically renew. If you want the free privacy, say yes. Set all years to, if you just want to buy it for 1 year, if you want to buy it for 2 years, it'll, tell you. So basically, I'm going to purchase this, and I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to go ahead and log into my account because I already have an account. And I'm going to pay for it with my PayPal account. Okay, so now I bought that domain name, and now I'm going to show you how to configure that domain name for your website. It's pretty simple. So you're going to go back to your builder where we were, if I can find where we were. Here we are, and it's under more options, and you want to say connect your domain. Now you just read what this says. You have to change your DNS servers, and I'll show you how to do it in name silo. It's really easy, but what you want to do is put your domain name here without the www. See how it, let me back up. See how it says example.com? There's no www there, so just put your domain name. Okay? And then just read what this says. If you already have a domain name and want to use it for a website, you will need to connect the domain name here and wait around 5 minutes. Access the site where your domain is registered, then go to the settings to change the NS name service to this. So what I'm going to do is copy this right here. I'm going to go back to my name silo account, and I'm going to click on Domain Manager. I have tons of domains. I'm going to find my domain name that I just bought. Oh, I went too far. It'd be right here, MLM Super Hacks. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to see where down here it says name servers. I'm going to click on change. Name server 1. I'm going to paste that name server that I just copied. I'm going to go back to my website here, and I'm going to copy the second one. Go back to name silo, paste that second one in. I'm going to delete this third one because if you look over here, there was only 2. There wasn't 3, so we don't need that third one. We want to delete that out of there. It says wait 24 hours, but it typically does not take 24 hours. And I'm going to click submit. Okay, so now our domain name is attached to our website. So you just click save down here. Let me move this down a little bit so you can see it. You hit save, and it's attached. Okay. So to reiterate again, you click here, you type in the domain name. MLM Super Hacks is our domain name. .com. I want to move this box down just a little bit so you can see. and you click Save. We already changed our servers. Now if you have GoDaddy, you can read what it says. Each domain provider is just a little bit different on how you do it, but they're all pretty similar. Like I said, I would recommend that you use Name Silo because you get that free privacy, and the domains are only $8.99. And I mean, a domain name is a domain name. If you can get it for the least expensive price that you can get it for, that's my suggestion. All right. So GoDaddy is kind of expensive, and you're just going to be using the domain name to hook it up to this site. So that's not going to be a big deal. So the change was successful. Now, it's going to take a little while for that domain name to populate. And you see how it changed here. It used to say the new networker. But if you click on this now, you know, it might not be set up yet. Sometimes it takes, you know, 10 minutes. But it's not set up yet. It's not going to take the complete 48 hours. It typically never does, but we'll try back in a little bit. But that is how you set up your domain name. Now, what's nice about setting up your domain name, your private owned domain name, is now you can set emails here and have private emails. So to add an email, so if you wanted to say support@MLSuperHacks, you could put that. You could give yourself a password. So instead of worrying about like setting up email through GoDaddy or somewhere else or Zuho or anywhere, you can basically, you have your support email set up here. And you can click Add. And now you have, you know, you can access your web email. And you can use this for your website or basically anything you want. It's an actual real website. Since our domain hasn't populated yet, however, this hasn't populated yet. So we just have to wait for our domain name to populate. Okay, so another thing you can do once that you have your own website name as well is you can now make it a secure website by putting an SLL certificate on it. So you just want to go back into your BuilderAll website builder, the Pixel Perfect, and you click on More Options, and you select Activate SSL Certificate. And that's going to take a while to activate, but once you select it, it will populate. And if you see now, the MLM Super Hacks is now ready and populating. So I clicked on that, so it didn't take 48 hours at all, just a few minutes. And we can also check our access to our webmail server and see if that's up and running as well. Yep, so that's all up and running as well. This web email. And it looks like we're all working. Just log in with your login information. And that's your email right there. So that's pretty cool. You have a professional email. You can actually do support at your domain name. You can do your first name at your domain name, or you can have more than one as well. So that's perfect password I used. So your email set up, your domain name set up. So to purchase your domain, you can just click on the link below this video, namesilo.com. Like I said, that's going to give you the best bang for your buck. It gives you the privacy as well on your domain name at no extra cost. So now that we have our domain set up, in our next video we're going to go ahead and configure our website and make sure that we have all of our links pointing to the right direction. And in a future video we're also going to go back in and set up our autoresponder messages and make sure that we have our web email address set correctly. Alright, this is TR. We'll see you in the next video.